It's Mick Elliott from Electronic Specifier. I am here with Stephen Edwards, Senior Product Manager for Pickering Interfaces. Got a brand new product at the show, 5-amp battery simulator. Stephen, talk us through the features.
Hi Mick, and welcome to everybody at the Engineering Design Show. We have a new product we're releasing for this show specifically, so our new 5-amp battery simulator. The 5-amp battery simulator takes our existing heritage of battery simulation products and expands capacity essentially. Previously we had models offering 300 milliamps of capacity, we're up to 6 volts. The new product allows that to increase now to 5 amps with a voltage range of 1 to 8 volts. As with previous products, we've got a high level of isolation, so 1000 volt isolation between channels and ground, and 750 volts channel to channel. What we find with the 5-amp battery simulator is going to allow customers the potential to revise how they change their testing processes. Previously, with the lower capacity battery simulators, 300 milliamp units, customers would inevitably use one channel for each battery simulator to simulate the cells in the battery pack itself, which for a 400 volt cell could equate to approximately 16 modules, which is perfectly doable in a PXIe environment. But with new battery stack technologies where we're increasing up to 800 volts, where you now have to potentially double the amount of cells you require, that makes a very complicated test system. And also it means in the testing areas and your shop floors, you've effectively got an 800 volt system sitting there producing voltage, which is hazardous to life, obviously. By changing the testing methodology from the testing series cells to a combination of series and parallel, what it does mean is that you can simulate a cell management module with a small number of cards. For example, you'd have 3 of our 300 milliamp cards, and you can test every cell to its capacity. For the remaining cells in the battery stack, you could then connect the cells up in parallel. With a 5-amp capacity for this module, you can simulate up to 15 cells per channel. So what that means is you can use a lot less cards to test your battery stack,
okay.
And also a benefit to that is you're under 100 volts potential across the system.
Okay. Is this something you identified in the market, or have customers been coming to you and asking for this?
It's a combination of both. We've obviously sort of monitoring sort of new testing requirements, and also taking feedback from customers. With the increasing voltage of battery packs all the time, customers are then having to sort of evolve their testing methodology. Up to the 400 volt range, it seemed it was quite a logical incremental step. You just had some more voltage, so you put some more channels in. But once you start getting to the 800 volts, then it changes a bit of a mindset. We need to sort of revise how we're going to be testing products. And the other advantage of the 5-amp capacity when you're using less modules is you then free up more space in your chassis as well. So, for example, you can add additional switching, thermocouple simulation, fault insertion, etc., etc. So you get your test system is in a much smaller footprint.
Okay, what applications has it opened up for you?
I mean, as I say, it's really opened up us into the new sort of hardware and new EV testing.
Yeah.
So we can, if you look just general products now on the market for cars, etc., and general electrification, they're all moving towards a 600 to 800 volts. So for increased charging capacity, etc., etc. We need to offer this product. So it's been something that the market's been requesting for a number of years. Technology moves on very quickly for EVs, and this is the next step essentially.
Okay, and it's available now from Pickering, yeah?
So it's released now at this show. We will be taking orders for early part of 2026.
Okay.
So inquiries available between now and the end of the year, and for orders to be placed in January time.
Okay, and that's manufactured in the UK?
It'll be manufactured in the UK or our Czech Republic facility. Pickering is currently with 2 manufacturing sites, which gives us lots of flexibility for what areas we deal with. Both sites have the same capacity for manufacture, so we'll be able to choose whichever site for manufacturing is most beneficial for the customer.
Okay, but you'll be talking to customers from now and looking at the first quarter of next year.
Exactly. We've been talking to customers for probably the last year or so. Say the requirement has been known for a while, and it's a case of we needed to introduce new technology to be able to support this. The one sort of differentiator this has from our other battery simulators is it actually takes an external 48 volt supply onto the module itself, which, yes, it's an additional part to the test system, but the advantage it gives the customers is we don't have valuable PCB real estate taken up on the card for the generation of a 48-volt rail. By having it as an external supply, which is inevitably going to be probably in a hardware and loop EV type test system anyway, we then maximise the PCB real estate for adding additional channels for the battery simulator itself.
Okay, and this extends your range, so you cover plenty of applications with your range of battery simulators. Just give us one or two words on other products in that range.
Yeah, so in addition to the battery simulators, so hardware and loop testing tends to be sort of it requires multiple different parts. So we'll have thermocouple simulators in there. We'll have some fault insertion, which is another important factor of a hardware and loop test system, where we need to be able to simulate what happens to, for example, an ECU when it loses connection for a part of the signal path. So it benefits for other areas as well. We have a range of 5 amp switching, which will then work nicely with the 5 amp battery simulator. So we have complementary products already available. And it's a technology which is constantly evolving, so we're adding new products and developing all the time, essentially.
Okay, Stephen Edwards, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mick.